Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, YouTube. On this 07.18.2022, current time is 05:17 a.m. Eastern Time. And that's right, we're on the YouTube. Good morning. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich over there on Twitter, where I tote myself as a social media enthusiast and social media enthusiast and social media observer, I guess. Is that what it is? Let me check my profile. I lost the train of thought. Yeah, social media observer, social media enthusiast. In other words, I like playing on this thing called the internet. And yeah, we changed it up here a little bit. We're not on Twitch this morning. We're on YouTube. And we're going to be on YouTube for a little bit after doing some thinking about it this over the weekend. And I hope everybody had a good weekend. I did. I had a great weekend. Got a lot done. Observed some things that I really can't go into here on this thing on the internet, as far as that goes, but it's interesting stuff and whatnot. But we're on YouTube. I decided after some deep thought, as far as that goes, to do the YouTube bit here for the morning coffee broadcast. We're calling this the Morning Coffee YouTube program because we're not really live streaming. This is a live recording that I will post up right after I get done. So, and it wouldn't be a morning coffee program if we didn't have the morning coffee. And it is good. And those people that are watching on the replay here on YouTube, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it, as always. And just so you know, if you the coffee here has 1 teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa, which is very good. Been doing it for, over 3 months now, 4 months. That's a coffee hack. It gets the metabolism going. Just 1 tablespoon on the first cup. I'll have about maybe three more cups of these by the time I get into the day job. Well, another cup and then 2 cups at the day job. So, God, that coffee's good. It is good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. But we are broadcasting here on the YouTube now, and when I broadcast over on Twitch. Which I'm not going away from Twitch. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going away from Twitch. I'll still be live streaming over there and doing. I wanted to do the gaming this weekend, but I didn't. I did get on the Lord of the Rings game offline for a little bit on a legendary server that is for the VIPs for Lord of the Rings, which I've been a VIP since day one, 15 years ago, and been on that program. As I did the beta, helped do the beta testing, I guess, or I was privileged to take part in the beta testing, as far as that goes, and it's a great game. But I still plan on doing that over on Twitch. I wanted to explore the YouTube here because it's something different, and I got, like my outline. I showed you this. I got the the little postie pads. If you're on the postie pad, you're important. So this is. Sort of an outline that I have as far as the show. It's recording a live program, and we are live basically, but it's being recorded. And the Morning Coffee YouTube program, and where I get up each morning, where I do a hashtag positive start to the day, hashtag PSTTD. And I guess I've been noticing he's had problems over there on Twitch as far as that goes, and he's been, and he sort of nudged me over to start doing this, to try it, to change it up a little bit, and he's always one that gives you some ideas, and that's our good friend Randy W. Horton, who is over there on Twitch, but also here on YouTube. Randy W. Horton, a great guy. That's his Twitter handle. Follow him. He's a great guy, Randy W. Horton. And then over there, and I don't see too much of him, but he's on the Twitter. So Walt Hollick, he's a fellow brother firefighter. He used to do the aircraft rescue firefighting, which we call ARF, because I'm a retired Air Force, United States Air Force firefighter, where I did the aircraft rescue firefighting. Walt Hollick did that when he was in the British Armed Forces, and he's over there in Ireland, and he has he does some photography on Twitter. and he's also over there on Twitch, but I haven't seen him. A good friend of mine that I've known for many years here online. Haven't met personally, but I've talked to him online as far as that goes. From Oregon is my good friend Ed Waters, who has a podcast, Dead America, and he's great. I've known him for going back to the Get what is it, the Get Dialogue, which was a audio only web based platform that's was way before Spaces and Clubhouse, that everybody seems to be, oh, this is brand, it's not new. They were doing it many years back. Ed Waters, that's where I met Ed Waters. But he's at Free Circle 3. Check him out. And over there on the Twitch side, that they do broadcast. They're broadcasters over on Twitch. And Tony D, I knew Tony D from Haps, which is no more, but there's some interesting things I can't really... I've seen some things, and you could see them too if you dig, but interesting things as far as just curiosity on the Hap side, because I don't think they really went away. And I think Tony D, he misses Haps, and it may be coming back, I think, Tony. I just got a gut feeling after what I saw this weekend in some capacity. But that's Tony D. He broadcasts over there on Twitch, and that's his Twitter handle, at TonyTone163. And then there's my good friend Ted Hicks, who's down in Long Island, New York, and he does late night parenting over there on Twitch. He's a broadcaster, and that is his... I don't know, what's that noise? What's that noise?
Lucy's coughing.
Oh, okay, one of the 6 cats are coughing. But excuse me, Ted Hicks. See, I told you it's live recording. Ted Hicks over there on Twitch as well, and I gotta mention my good friend Jeeves. I've known him since the Blab days, and when I say Blab, you look at the little owl. That's the Blab owl. Jeeves is a DJ over there on Twitch. He broadcasts over there as well, and he's a great guy. And there's a host of other folks over there that are great people as well. Twitch is great, and I'm not going away from Twitch. I'm just going to be doing the YouTube here for a little bit, and check it out. I guess I think YouTube is a great platform, as great as Twitch, and Twitch is great. That program called Haps, it's been over 2.5 months, but I think I seen something. I can't say what, because I don't know what's it entail, but it's interesting. I'm always interested in what's happening on this thing called the internet, as far as that goes, and as far as functionality with programs and stuff, and Haps. We were on Haps, a lot of us, for over a year and a half, pretty regularly, and it was a good program. It had potential, but it never reached its potential, in my opinion. And there's a lot of people I met over there, and I'm very thankful, for, which is, I think, is more. It just being thankful that there's some good people that were. There was also some bad people, which I guess you could have that here on YouTube as well as over there on Twitch, as far as the so-called trolls and stuff like that. And you never know who they are, because you ask a question and then somebody says, I don't know the username or something like that, but because it goes by so quickly or something like that, but I don't know, and I don't care as far as that goes. So it's just you got other platforms and you got controls as far as that goes. So but I'm happy to be here on YouTube, and as far as that goes, and we're going to be following the same format that I normally follow, going all the way back when I was doing the audio. I do a meet and greet here, the intro here. Tell you my Twitter handle again is @FiremanRich. That's where I put all my links to good stuff. And then we switch it into the weather, because currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, It is. It's raining out there, but it's about 66, 67 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and thunderstorms likely. And storms may contain strong gust winds. High 79 today. Winds out of southwest 10 to 20 miles per hour. That's cranking a little bit. Chance of rain 100%, and it is wet out there right now. And it is a little bit dark, but the sun is rising because sunrise is at 5:46, which is let's see, 19, 20 minutes. It will be rising 5:46 a.m. and will be setting at 8:38 p.m. tonight. So we're up early too to do this because I'm not sure how long the rendering. I did a test run yesterday on doing the YouTube and a full dress rehearsal, and I think rendering it only takes about 15-20 minutes. So once I get done, I got up a little bit early to do the things I have to do before I start broadcasting. I should have plenty of time to be able to post this up, and because if you're seeing this now, you know I posted it up on my Twitter, and I greatly appreciate your views as far as that goes. The world times and temperatures. Let's do that. That's something new that I'm doing here. I have a iPad mini sitting right over here, which has the world times and as well as temperatures. And we're going to start in Honolulu, where it's 11:28 p.m. yesterday, and it's 79 degrees Fahrenheit and cloudy. In Phoenix, Arizona, it is at 2:29 a.m. It's 73 degrees Fahrenheit and cloudy. It looks like in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where it's 3:29 a.m., it's 72 degrees, but it looks like it's clear sky. I've got a moon there. In Chicago, it's partly cloudy at 4:29 a.m., 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Down there in New York City, where we're 67, there's 75 degrees Fahrenheit down in New York City, which is about 3.5 hours southeast of here, downstate. At 5:29, that's the current time. That's actually the time when I get started, start doing my broadcast. But because it's new, I'm trying to get up just a little early to be able to do the YouTube bit. Going across the Atlantic in Cork, Ireland, where it's sunny at 10:29 a.m., it's 75 degrees. In Milan, Italy, at 11:30 a.m., it's 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, at 12:30, it's a very hot 109 degrees. In New Delhi, at 3 p.m., it's cloudy and but some sun, 93 degrees. And south of New Delhi in Mumbai, India, at 3 o'clock p.m., also it's 82 degrees. So it's 10 degrees colder. Wow. I think they're closer to the Indian Ocean there. In Kuala Lumpur, at 5:30 p.m., it's 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and in Tokyo, Japan, at 6:30 p.m., it's 86 degrees Fahrenheit. I lived in Tokyo for about 4 years, 3.5 years, I believe it was. In my last time, the last couple years in the Air Force, I spent over there, just outside Tokyo Tokyo, the city of Tokyo, and at Yokota Air Base. Down in Australia, in Melbourne, at 7:31 p.m., it's 48 degrees, and over in Sydney, wow, Sydney, it's just it's still the same time. It is 54 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, they're doing their winter down there as far as that goes, and stuff. So that's interesting. Maybe it's just where they're set up on the south coast. It'd be the south coast. Yeah, Melbourne's more south than Sydney. Sydney's more on the east coast as far as that goes. The 10-degree differences, and that's also interesting in India how there's a 10-degree difference there as far as that goes. In our thought for the day, I have a good one from E.B. White, who is a New Yorker. He is an author, writer, and he was born down in Mount Vernon, New York, as far as that goes. And his thought for the day is as follows. If the world were merely seductive, that would be easy. If it were merely challenging, that would be no problem. But I arise in the morning torn between the desire to improve the world and the desire to enjoy the world. This makes it hard to plan for the day. You don't know which way you're going to do it. You're going to, help the world, or are you going to reap the rewards of the world? So, our thought for the day, a quote from E.B. White. Let's read that one more time. If the world were merely seductive, that would be easy. If it was merely challenging, that would be no problem. But I arise in the morning torn between the desire to improve the world and the desire to enjoy the world. That makes it hard to plan the day. Because either one of them is going to take up your full day, I think. So I always like bringing a thought for the day to the broadcast here and such. That and I'll be posting that up on Twitter, I believe, too, as far as that goes. That's one thing. I haven't done my Twitter postings yet. I don't know how I'm going to handle that as far as when I'll be doing that, because of getting ready for doing the YouTube broadcast here program and such. So it's a little bit of some mechanics. Like I said, I did a dry run on this yesterday, and I never really used YouTube that much. It's more or less a depository for videos and all that stuff. I watch a lot of YouTubes. I like a lot of the content that is on YouTube, and it's a great search engine too. Think about it. It's just as good as a search engine as far as getting information. I know I've fixed my dryer a couple times because of what I've seen on YouTube. So the other block in this outline that I like for the broadcast here, the program, is a good story, and I like bringing a good story. And this goes back, like I said, this format to the audio days when I was on Audio Boo, which is now Audio Boom, and I do it over there on Anchor. Tuesdays and Thursdays will be the Anchor Morning Audio, which I do this format. But Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday is when I usually do. I was doing live streaming on Twitch. Now I'm going to be doing the broadcast program here on YouTube for a little bit to see how that works out. But Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday is my my video / live stream / do something where you see my face as far as that goes. And YouTube is good for that. As if you're watching it, you see that. But I like bringing a good story because you all know what the crap news is. We have to be aware of it, but it's always good to look at some good stories, and I think they get overlooked. So I usually like bringing a very positive, a good type of story or information to the program here, and it's also interesting. And this one concerns the fin whales. Fin whales are feeding in huge numbers in Antarctica in the first time in 45 years. And there's a couple YouTubes I'll post up after this. And if there's a YouTube associated with the article, I always post it up after I post up the recording, the video broadcast here, as far as that goes. But southern fin whales have been documented feeding in large numbers in ancient feeding grounds in Antarctica, which that would be the South Pole. Arctica and then Antarctica. Arctica is North Pole, Antarctica is South Pole. Antarctica for the first time since hunting was restricted in 1976. So they've banned hunting whales, and I think Japan was the last country to adhere to that worldwide restriction. The authors estimate the fin whale could number just under 8,000 after video documentation captures a symphony. That's the orchestra symphony of blowholes erupting from the mammals in the ocean around Elephant Island. They suggest that recovering fin whales population could enrich the marine ecosystem of the Antarctica through nutrition recycling from the whales feeding and excrements known as a whale pump, and in turn support an increased growth of plankton and giant or great krill populations. And that krill is that's that green stuff that grows in the ocean. Southern fin whales are a subspecies of fin whale that inhabits the southern hemisphere. They're the second largest whale species after the blue whale, and were extensively hunted during the 19th century, particularly around specific feeding grounds in the Antarctica. So that's why they stayed away from the feeding grounds for quite a while, because they knew if they went there, they were going to get whacked by those whalers. By the time fin whale hunting was banned in 1976, and again, it was banned, but I think Japan still was out there hunting whale years after that and stuff. They were rarely seen in the traditional feeding regions. Helen Herr and colleagues from the University of Hamburg estimate fin whales abundance based on all sightings of individuals and groups along a 2,020-mile search tracks in expeditions in 2018 and 2019. They recorded 100 groups of fin whale with group sizes ranging from 1 to 4 individuals, and 8 usually large groups of up to 150 whales, which appear to be actively feeding, smashing previously maximum that number just 13. So they've seen pods, pod being a group of whales, upwards 150. That must be a sight to see. Fin whale population densities in Antarctica based on the sightings and predict a population of 7,909 fin whales for a total survey area, and the density of 0.09 individual per kilometer squared, 3 times as high as the fin whale population in Southern California, which is only 0.03. So there's fin whales off the coast of California. The authors report a noticeable hotspot of fin whales around Elephant Island with a predicted abundance of 3,618 individuals, or a 0.221 whale per kilometer square. So there's a lot of whales around that island. So, and like I said, there's 2 videos here. That one that I looked at, it's about 45 seconds, shows an overhead of the whales blowholing. There's a whole bunch of them, and then there's a second. Well, it says video 1 and then video 3. Video 3 is just a large pod of whales that you can see swimming. So I'll be posting those up after I post this this YouTube program broadcast, as far as that goes. And there we have it, and we're right in at 25 minutes on the broadcast, which is good, because I want to keep this about to 30 minutes, 30, no more than 40 minutes if I can help it, but 30 minutes is a good time. That's usually what I do. My Anchor Morning Audios is right in that 25 to 30 minute mark, and yeah, as far as that goes, because you guys have other things to do than to watch me. But that's a good, interesting article on fin whales, and it shows a resurgence of the species, and I'm always enthused by that because of the fact that here in New York, we've had, and I always use this as an example, I thought I'd never see an eagle where I'd live here in New York. We have probably anywhere from 25 to 50 eagles that are in this area now, American bald eagles. And I thought the only place you could see a bald eagle if you went up to Alaska, maybe northern Washington State and Vancouver area and stuff like that. And we have them. I have them flying over the house and stuff. But that's a resurgence of a species that you thought would be once totally gone. And reading this story just makes me feel good to know that there's the whales. They have, and we have to be good stewards of this blue earth, that blue marble that we live on, called the earth, and as far as do that, and do it conservatively, and not do radical changes that might disrupt the ecosystems and stuff. Because let's face it, over the last several hundred years, we human beings can really mess up the environment and stuff like that. We've proven that time and time again and stuff. We need to reverse that cycle as far as that goes. And I think these small indications, like seeing these fin whales appear at an ancient feeding ground 45 years later, for the first time, and then right here in southern tier of upstate New York, you have eagles flying overhead and stuff like that. It's magnificent. It really is. So there we have it. There we have the first installment of the Morning Coffee YouTube program, and I'm going to have to exit stage left here as we tune in the or click the button. I guess just keep it simple, Rich. Click the button for the outro music here for the Morning Coffee YouTube program, and I'll be finishing my coffee. Maybe I got time for another half a cup here while I'm rendering this YouTube. So, but thank you again for this first, I guess, doing this type of program, the Morning Coffee program here over on my YouTube channel, and we'll be seeing you again Wednesday right here on YouTube, and tomorrow will be the Anchor Morning Audio, anchor.fm/Fireman Rich. As far as that goes, just check my Twitter at Fireman Rich on Twitter. So again, Rich Roberts wishing you all well. Have a great Monday, start of the week, as we're working towards the weekend, and where once we get to the weekend, we can start playing. You all have a great one wherever you may be on this big blue marble. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks.